Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Last beer of the day, just had a beautiful mystery beer from the great Above Average Joe. Gonna polish it off here with a new beer, a new vintage of a beer, a new beer, from the Dogfish Brewing Company from Milton, Delaware. This is their Pennsylvania Tuxedo, which is a pale ale, as they call it, which is an imperialized, obviously, pale ale at 8.5 alcohol by volume, brewed with spruce tips. It's one of the two beers that they made last year that I thought were absolutely delicious. Last year, oh, cheers, Greg. Last year or the year before, they brought out two beers for the world to enjoy. One was Beer for Breakfast, which was a imperial stout, or stout, I can't remember the alcohol by volume exactly off the top of my head, brewed with scrapple, one of the Pennsylvania delicacies that I love. I grew up in love with. I should say. And then they made this beer called Pennsylvania Tuxedo, brewed with Pennsylvania spruce tips added to the brew. I thought both of them were absolutely fantastic. Sadly, I'm talking with my hands again. Sadly, I actually haven't seen Beer for Breakfast in quite a long time, because if I did, I'd buy a whole case of it, because that was a beautiful beer. It had lovely, bright, peppery notes to add from the scrapple, I have to assume, to the drinking process. Let's get back to this beer for a second. Fencylvania Tuxedo. As you can see, I have a lot of old fur fishing feather or something like that. Fur fin and feather. Hunting magazines and Pennsylvania game magazines, and they have this guy's clad in this red and black kind of flannel patterned hunting jackets and stuff like that, and that was made by Woolrich, by the Woolrich Company, which is still around. Woolrich actually donates money to this beer, and I'm going to use a new bottle opener. I'm going to use my Morning Angel. I am going to open this with my new Ouija board opener that I just got. There we go. Still, it works. Nice and thick too. Got it from the Spirit Halloween shop where I got my Bob Ross hat. And then I got my Hocus Pocus one right here too. So, actually, this is a really thick, good one. So hopefully, you're gonna enjoy that one for quite a long time. Just pour it into the glass. Again, this is an imperialized pale ale by the description in Tur. And then, well, I'm listening to some Black Goat right now. And then we'll just give you another one. Dogfish and Woolrich, again, Woolrich presented this one, presents Pennsylvania Tuxedo, a pale ale brewed with Pennsylvania spruce tips, coming in at 8.5 alcohol by volume. So the information that I gave was correct. Okay, up to the light, basically honey, copper, amber hues mixing together in the glass, a ring of white bubbles there, just soft carbonation, nothing too crazy. Alcohol legs again staining the glass with that 8.5% alcohol by volume. Lovely, lovely, jubbly, jubbly. A lot of nice earthiness coming up, a little bit of a floral note, pine of course. A little bit of a wildflower honey tone, a little spiciness. Nothing too crazy. Let's get into it. Cheers. One more. Why not? Smooth as silk, but with a nice medium body, kind of sticking around, honey-like, kind of sticking around. Enjoying that. A little bit of floral note, a little bit of pine note in the background, but very, very light. And a little bit of a grapefruit tone coming through there too. You have that little bit of a spruce kick in the background kind of coming up very subtly, but it's still there. A little bit of earthiness, a little bit of burnt sugars, a little copper coin, a little caramel, just a little bit of nuances kind of playing around everything nicely. Gives you a nice kind of a woodsy tone, I guess you could say. I live in the spruce forest and stuff like that, and the Douglas fir and all this crap out here, so I kind of understand that a little bit more. But wow, beautiful. It's extremely easy to drink though. It's very sessionable. The 8.5% is completely hidden. It's one of those beers that you can literally I'm sad it doesn't come in 6-packs. I can kill a complete 6-pack of this without any problem, which is probably a problem for me because it's 8.5, but I like it, if you know what I mean. But it's just something, one of those nice, rich, but subtly nuanced and complex beers. You take your time with it because you know the ABV. You can kind of sense the richness of the beer with all those like kind of wildflower honey, a little bit of floral notes, a little bit of that caramel, burnt sugars. You have that spruce coming up. You're enjoying it. You're savoring it. Maybe that's why it comes in a 4-pack, because you know it's special that way. Other than that, 8.5% alcohol by volume is completely hidden. Again, a little bit of a muted grapefruit, a little bit of a blood orange as well. Mixing through there. Makes a nice breakfast beer. Hey, it's 4 in the morning. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Good breakfast beer. It's my time to go to bed, though, so I'm a third shifter. But it's just a lovely little beer. And the thing is, beers like this, I had a couple different beers from like the Yards Brewing Company and stuff like that. They're like the Tavern Spruce. I think that was the one in particular. It pairs really well with different little foods. I remember a long time ago, when I was still married, though my wife at the time, she made a nice squirrel pot pie. I think it was a squirrel pot pie. And I paired it with that Tavern Spruce, and it was like this absolutely beautiful pairing. And I think this would be exactly the same way. Absolutely pairs with nice gamey food. And almost anything. I mean, almost anything. But definitely one of those more richer, gamey foods like that. I'm just a really big fan. I'm not a super big fan of Dogfish Head overall because they're very polarizing beers overall. A lot of the beers they make, either you hate them or you love them. But some of these beers, like the beer for breakfast, I can see how some people won't like them, but most of the people will really enjoy that. The India Brown, again, the 90 minutes, 60 minutes. Now, 120 is a little bit rough, and One White Stout, I can understand that. But and this beer, too, is just one of those beers that people can kind of generate to from many different drinking kind of atmospheres and vibes. Definitely worth checking out if you see it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10 pretty sure last year. It's an extremely great drinking experience. It's a beautifully, lovely beer. Oh yeah, we're totally gonna have a barbecue, especially when you come over here. We barbecue everything we see, no matter what it is or when we see it. We just won't tell anybody, if you know what I mean. Well, yeah, this would definitely go well with the barbecue. Actually, a big case of extra Nutella and a case of this. Mix it up by the campfire all night long, and then in the woods when you get done. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I've never done that before, because I certainly have. Yeah. And I'm only like 20 yards away from the fireplace, and one time we get time, it took me like 45 minutes to get to my house. I don't know where the fuck I was, but it means I was having a good time. Anyway, 9 out of 10 for Pennsylvania Tuxedo from Dogfish Brewing Company, Dogfish Head Brewing Company from Milton, Delaware. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. I don't want to take too much of your time. Have a good day. Cheers. See you tomorrow with another installment of the mystery beer reviews from the great Above Average Joe from the Beer Patrol. If you haven't checked out his channel, do so. Sub up. Great guy. One of my best friends. And an amazing beer review, too. Even though he's an asshole. Cheers. Bye-bye. See you, Angel. Woo! Watch that finger. It'll get you.